Hey, everyone, how's it going? It is me, Victoria Baxter of Saved and Single, along with New Thing Life Coaching. And if you are tuning in for the first time, I'm a certified life and dating coach for single Christian women, and I'm also a certified relationship coach as well. And if you're listening or watching this on a Saturday, that means it's time for the Sassy Saturday special, where I give my take and just a little bit of advice for my different ladies out there. And what I actually wanted to talk about today for just a few moments would be getting you to examine your current relationship. If you are involved with a guy or with a man at all, or if it's just something, obviously in the near future or future at all, that you're going to be in that boat, then I want to talk about your actual ship. And what I mean by that is, of course, we're at a point where along with relationships, now we also have dating ships and we have situationships and we have all these different things to actually, give a word and give a name to some of the different scenarios in our lives. I don't care which ship you're on. What I actually want you to do is examine and look at where the ship is taking you. Are you sinking or are you floating? Because truth be told, both of those scenarios are bad. Floating means you're just there. You're not really going anywhere. It's just something to do at your leisure, but it's really not going anywhere. And of course, sinking obviously is something you need to run away from, because that means the boat's going down. You're about to drown. You should be sailing smoothly. Yes. The thing is, even with sailing, you should actually be headed somewhere. And what I want to look at are just some of the different boats that I think actually exist in a lot of relationships today. What about a raft? Are any of you in a raft right now? Rafts are actually meant for casual cruising. It's that guy that oftentimes women hold on to just in case, the one who's friend zoned because why not? What if? I don't really know, but it's just something casual. And hey, if I want to sometimes go on a date or hang out, whatever the case might be, that person is there. Rafts, those can still be a little bit dangerous, because oftentimes what happens is many men actually end up thinking that it's going to become something someday. And if you end up becoming, an item or dating someone else, that raft boat can end up being a disaster if he finds himself becoming possessive, controlling, upset, hurt, whatever. That can be a bad situation for you. So rafts are dangerous, because even when women think that they are making it clear that it's not going anywhere, men don't always understand that. I want you to examine if you might be on a cruise. Cruisers are nice, right? Cruises are expensive and they're a lot of fun. Yes, they're a good time. However, they're only temporary. You can't stay. You can't stay on the cruise ship forever. And what happens with this, a lot of times, I realize that there are some women who maybe you're involved with someone who is never going to commit to you. Maybe because it's someone who's already in a committed relationship, but you're finding yourself being the side chick, the person on the side. You need to get off. A good time will only end in disaster at some point if you are not careful of it. And you deserve so much more than that. So let's leave the cruise ships alone. Some women think they're actually doing something because they're on a yacht. Well, guess what? Yachts, yeah, they might be even a little bit fancier than cruise ships and oftentimes a little bit more expensive. Still temporary. You can't stay forever. What I see in these situations are women who might be dating married men or rich men or all of these different things. But guess what? Men oftentimes will try to buy a woman with money. And that's what a lot of women don't realize. Now, some do realize it and they just absolutely don't care. And then some are still naive and they say, oh, that's just his love language, gifts given. That can be true in some situations, but understand and try to determine if this man is trying to buy your affection or buy your attention, or if this is truly something he's doing to show you that he loves you. Obviously, that wouldn't truly be a yacht in that scenario, because it means he actually sees a future. He actually sees y'all sailing along off the coast, going someplace great, on the same page, in the same boat. Sailboats. I don't like sailboats. I've never liked sailboats. Those are just something that's always rubbed me the wrong way. I think even when it comes to relationships, it's the same thing. Some of you are in a sailboat right now. Sailboats are a little too complicated. I don't know if you've ever studied or been on one or looked into what all it takes to actually run a sailboat, but you have to focus on like what direction and pulling against the wind and sails and keels and all this other good stuff. They can be very, very complicated. Some of you are involved with a man who is also very complicated, and you're wasting a lot of time trying to figure him out. And by the time you actually figure him out and how to operate him and whatever else, it's going to be time to turn right back around when it's all said and done. Again, kind of expensive. Yeah, it takes a longer time and it's a longer journey. still not going anywhere. At some point, you're going to turn right back around and end up the same place that you got picked up at. You're going to be dropped right back off there. Get off the sailboat as well. What about the dinghy boats? Dinghy boats are interesting because those are small boats that are used as a lifeboat or a tender for larger vessels. Here's what I don't like about dinghies, because a lot of women will end up holding on to the dinghy, not realizing that that dinghy is just a catalyst for something greater. This is the man that's going to serve a purpose, or he already has, but you're trying to make him stay, not realizing that until you let him go, you're not going to get to where you ultimately want to be. You need to learn how to release and learn how to realize when a man is there just to serve a purpose in your life. As you examine your boat that you might currently be in, or one that you might eventually become in, I want you to think about something. You need to learn when to abandon ship. Relationship, dating ship, situationship. Learn to abandon ship if you don't even know the direction. One thing I love in the Bible is like Matthew 14:29, if I'm not mistaken. But it's when they actually saw Jesus walking on water and Peter being the bold one saying, hey, if it's really you, call me out of the boat so that I can walk on water as well. Jesus called Peter out the boat. Peter walked on the boat and went towards Jesus. And I think that that's what some of us need to do. We need to get out the boat and walk towards Jesus. For now, we need to just stay anchored to the one that calms the waves and the one who is calling us out the boat to walk towards him. Because as I always say, dating, I don't see anything wrong with that, especially as a Christian woman. Heck, I have different programs just to help women with dating. The concern that I have with it is that so many women, they don't understand what dating is, or how to date. And I say rules, but there really are no rules. But a lot of women, that's why they're stuck, because they're trying to think, what are the rules? How should I handle this? What should I be doing? Should I give him a chance? Should I walk away? Well, he said he's never going to. Well, I don't really know if that was a red flag. And when you stay anchored to Jesus, you don't have to go through all of those things. You'll be secure and safe knowing, hey, I can actually step out of this boat. I can see this guy. I can see where things are going, because you'll be aware of the fact that you are not dating without discernment. You won't be out there just dating without any type of wisdom. You'll be closely connected enough to God where you will hear when God is telling you, hey, walk away, leave. This is not good. Hey, I know he's okay, but I have something better. And if you're out there more focused on connecting to a man and not connecting to God, you're going to be in a very, very dangerous situation. Stay anchored to God. That is the best type of relationship that you can have. And I know a lot of times we're focusing, on saying, oh, leave all dating ships alone and all situationships alone. Wait until you actually have a real relationship. Let's think about something. What is a relationship? Ultimately, a relationship is just the way that two people are connected. So just because you might be in an official relationship, or y'all are in a committed relationship or an exclusive relationship, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good thing. There are so many different components that go along with a healthy relationship and a godly relationship. You and I, we have a relationship, and I've never even met some of you, but it's still a relationship. Catch my drift? So just because you're thinking, oh, a relationship, is not, at least it's not such and such, none of those are actually better than the other when it's all said and done. Relationships need to be healthy, they need to be progressive, and they need to be fruitful. And if we're completely honest, a lot of us are not engaged in one of those right now. So I want you to examine your boat and determine if it's time for you to abandon ship, whatever ship it is that you're in. That's all I have for you for the Sassy Saturday special. Hey, single ladies, do not forget, Monday, we actually start the Revival 5-night training. We are going to get you revived on all levels. We are going to look at your actual physical health. We are going to look at your finances. We're going to look at your ambition and your drive. What goal have you put on the back burner and just kind of left alone? We're going to look at your overall, your spirit. Let's look at your peace and your joy. Let's look at your self-love. Each night, we're going to break down one of those topics, and I am going to absolutely revive your spirit. And I hope that you will join in. Sign up. The link is right here at the bottom. www.thejalministry.com/revival. Stay connected to the ministry at thejalministry.com. Connect with me, newthinglifecoaching.com. I'm always here if you have a burning question. bit.ly/professional BFF. God bless you all. Take care. And I pray that you all have a fantastic Saturday. Bye-bye.